Why me? Do you ever find that you're asking that question? Why is this happening to me? Well, that's what we're going to explore today on Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. Hi, I'm Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day as we look at life, and we look at life to question it, to examine it. We look at life to find new ways of seeing it. And I noticed that we've been taught to be victims. We've been taught that we ask the question, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why are you doing that to me? Why is he doing that to me? Why is the government doing that to me? What happens to us, an event that happens to us, is simply the experience of what we believe about that event. That's a big thing to be able to say. And I'm hoping you're going to push back on that. But the same event can happen to 100 different people, and there will be 100 different reactions from each of those people. And the difference is, what is that individual's belief about that event and how that event affects them? And so it comes back to the basis of everything we teach at Agape, and that is our beliefs create our experience. That's right. Our beliefs create our experience. So whatever you're experiencing, realize there's a belief behind your experience. That belief is deeply ingrained in your mind, because a belief is something that's very, 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 very profound within you. I mean, you believe it to be true. You believe there is no doubt, no possibility of doubt when you believe something that it's going to happen. And that's a big thing to understand, because most of the beliefs that we have, most of the things that we believe are true, are unconscious. We have never really consciously chosen them for ourselves. We blindly accepted them from other people. And so our job is to get a hold of what do we believe and to start creating that in our lives. That's what I understand. It's the whole idea of everything that's happening in the world today. What do you believe about it? And why do you think the media, why do you think advertisers, why do you think businesses, why do you think churches are trying to push a message over and over and over and over again to whoever their audience is? Because they want to create a belief in you. And they will do that unconsciously. That's the power of a subjective hypnosis. You don't even realize you're being hypnotized, but when you're bombarded with an idea, a thought over and over again, you stop questioning. Oh, it must be true. It happened. I've heard it a dozen times. I've heard it 5 dozen times. Over and over, something is repeated over and over again. It becomes true. It becomes a belief. I can recall that in the corporate world. I can recall working at a company, and the president of the company would start saying something, and he would constantly repeat it. And I'd be going, that's not true. That's not what the numbers say. And see, at that time, I was the director of financial planning and analysis for the corporation. And I would look at the numbers, and the numbers wouldn't agree with what he was saying. But because he said it over and over again, everyone started to believe it. That's a master manipulator. That's a person with an agenda. Now, I'm not judging whether his agenda was right or wrong. I'm just simply saying, through my perception, and remember, I was the guy that had the numbers. I looked at numbers, and numbers to me, well, they can lie because you can twist and turn them any way you want. But numbers to me, if I looked at it and I said, that doesn't make sense. So I ask you this question. What in your life is happening that doesn't make sense to you? If it doesn't make sense to you, then is there a false belief? Is there an unconscious belief that you might have about it that you never accepted, that you never bought into? I don't know. But that's where you have to examine. It's not about why me. It's about what is the lens What is the lens of beliefs I'm looking at life through? That I'm asking the question, why me? Because I'm not a victim. I just have to change my perspective on things, and everything in my life changes. My message today is short and sweet. I hit you right between the eyes with what I think is a very, very powerful idea for you to look at. Don't believe me, but look at it for yourself. And when you do, you can decide if it's right for you. I appreciate you taking the time to be with me. Until tomorrow, know that I love you just like you are. Believe what you want, but find out if those beliefs are serving your highest vision. Until next time, aloha.